Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at something pretty cool, or at least something I think is really cool. And this is the Robot Master's Optimus Primal. So this is a scaled down, more screen accurate version of the Beast Wars Optimus Primal. And if you guys know me, you know I'm a fan of Beast Wars, and not everybody is. So, but anyway, so yeah, he's really cool. He's more of like in deluxe scale. The original figure was ultra scale, so there's that. He comes with this gun, which is pretty pointless for him, because he can barely hold it. You can press this button here and shoots a missile. Whoop-de-doo, right? And then this little peg here can plug into this little hole in his hand right there. So you can just plug that in, and there you go. That's how he holds the gun. It's really stupid, but all of the Robot Masters came with something. He also comes with these two swords, which has got this little piece of plastic right here that is so that you can kind of hold the swords together. And these swords plug into those same holes on the inside of his hands. And now he's got his little swords. And that is where I think, that's much more successful at that. You can take this here and plug this into the back, just like you would the Ultra version. It just plugs in back there, and then you can still plug this down like that. There you go. Pretty cool. I dig it a lot. Let's see, can you plug it in the opposite way? Yeah, you can plug it in the opposite way too. So you can plug it in that way too. But it doesn't hold. Alright. So you lift this up here, and you can see he's got the thrusters, the Primal jets, which is pretty cool. He also got the shoulder cannons. These do not fire like the Ultra one, which is nice because I don't think everything needs to fire. And these you can just rotate these back. They're not spring loaded or anything like that. They got a little gap here so you can see them. That's a little unfortunate, but if you fold the backpack up like that, then it's not too terrible. He's got an Autobot logo, which isn't right, but and then one more little feature he's got is, if you remember the original Ultra figure, one of the hands would flip open and it'd be just this big double barrel blaster, and then the other one would flip open and there would be a mace, and neither one of those was correct to the original figure or the original CGI character. Instead, he had wrist-mounted blasters, and if you pop this open, here he's got wrist-mounted blasters, which is pretty cool. I really like that. Posability, much like the big one, he's very posable for a figure of his age. Remember, this figure is probably, let's see, I do have the packaging on this one. See if it's got a date. Maybe 2004, it looks like. Yeah. It says 04 on it. So let's say it's 2004, so it's 11 years old. So that's pretty significantly old, if that's what it is. Alright, head is on a ball joint, so it goes back, forth, swivels side to side. Unlike the Ultra one, he does not have a beast head. He just has the Optimus Primal head, which is pretty nice. Nice crisp blue paint there. Wish they would have painted the antenna blue. I think that would have done a little bit better. Shoulders can move up and down, in and out. There is a bicep swivel right above the elbow. Elbow bends to about there. Looks a little weird. Nothing at the hands or anything. Waist swivels. Hips are on ball joints. bends at the knee, toe pivots, and you can see he's even got the little piston thing in there. And then the heel kind of rocks too. But yeah, due to his size and his mass, he's actually a very stable figure. So you can get him in all sorts of poses pretty easily. Oh no, really cool. Really like him. To transform him, it's the same as the original one. So you flip those up, flip these little feetsies around like so. Rotate the waist. You want to flip these shoulder pieces down. This will come back like this. You'd store the swords in there too if you wanted to. I'm not going to, just because for time's sake. This will flip up like so, revealing gorilla face. Collapse the legs, and there you go. Now he's in gorilla mode. Now the gorilla looks a lot like the original figure. Does not look like the CGI model as much as it should, but it still does a really good job of what it's supposed to be. So posability here, nothing at the head. Shoulders are on the same double sockets. Oh, did I say ball joints? I guess it's a double hinge. Swivel, hinge, knee, and then toe pivot. And the ball jointed at the hip. So yeah, pretty posable for what he is. And then, as you saw, it's fairly quick transformation. Nothing really snaps into place. It just holds into place really well with friction, and that's just the way. That's just kind of the way the original Beast Wars figures worked, for the most part. And there you go. I think he's really cool. Definitely one of the better figures. Definitely one of the better figures with the Robot Masters. And this was, well, the Robot Masters was a line where most of the figures were direct repaints from older molds, whereas this one was a new tool. They did make a Megatron around the same size as well, along with the original Seekers were made this way. So let's do some size comparison. Yeah, they did. Robot Masters did Seekers before Classics line did Seekers. So here he is with a Legends class figure. You see, how much of a difference he is. But that's because while he is a deluxe, he is a small deluxe because he's got a lot of mass to him. And here he is with the Seeker. So no, he does not scale well with the Classics figures. Why? Because he's not a Classics figure. He's not meant to be in a Classics display. And of course, here's Classics Prime and Leader Megs. So you see how he scales there. And honestly, here he is with MP10, and this scale is actually pretty close to being accurate for Primal, because this is about how big he was to Prime in the original Beast Wars cartoon, because there's this scene where he's looking at Prime's deactivated body, and that's about how big they were. Prime probably could be a little bit bigger to make it really accurate, but this is pretty close. So that's actually pretty cool. And then he wouldn't be complete unless I showed him off with a few Beast Wars that I have. So here he is with Rhinox, and this is the new Voyager Rhinox, and this is perfect scale. This is absolutely perfect. It does not get better than this for Primal. This is how big he was in compared to Rhinox in the cartoon. Rhinox was about a head taller and had a lot more bulk to him. But then we fuck everything up, and here's Rat Trap, who is taller than him, and that's not right. But I don't think it's his fault, because he's actually in scale he's in scale. He's the one that's too big. So if you're using him, you might want to use the original basic size, which would be probably about up to here. Let's see, let me see if I have basics figures in here. We'll use drill bit. So, yeah, that's about how big the original rat trap was. So that actually would be just about perfect right there. So this is probably the best one for Beast Wars collection. Because the Ultra one is it's just too big. There's no ways around it. And here he is with the newer Waspinator. And that's actually not too wrong. Because Waspinator was a bigger Predacon. Wasn't a very imposing Predacon, but he was a bigger one. And he doesn't want to stand today. So yeah, all in all, I think he's a great figure. It's really cool. It works well with the original Beast Wars figures, I think. But it also works pretty well with the updated ones that we've been getting. So all in all, I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's pretty solid. I wish they would have done a few more paint apps properly and given him a maximal symbol instead of Autobot symbol. That would have been nice. But yeah, all in all, he's pretty cool. I like him. I like him a lot. And I do apologize again about the background. I just I placed the order with Repro Labels or Toy Hacks or Toy Stages, whatever you want to call them. They're the same company. I placed the order with them, and that's not as some sort of insider knowledge, because I ordered from Toy Hacks and it comes up as a receipt to Repro Labels, so it's pretty obvious who's who. But anyway, I placed the order through them. They're shipping it, so hopefully I'll get it soon. So anyway, Beast Wars Robot Masters Optimus Primal.